Hello, my name is María Alejandra Rivero Morales. I'm a student at the University of Cartagena, and the name of my presentation is In Silico Design of Finasteride Analogues with Potential Inhibitory Activity on the enzyme 5-alpha reductase type 2, a target in the treatment of benign prostatic hyperplasia. Benign prostatic hyperplasia is a histological expression given by the uncontrolled growth of cells that exceed apoptosis, originating the formation of large nodules that result in lower urinary tract symptoms and other complications. Although there are several medications for the treatment of this condition, more and more men do not feel the efficacy of the therapy. For this reason, the need arises to propose new molecules that allow reducing side effects for the recovery process of BPH. Initially, the crystal structure of the steroid 5-alpha reductase 2 in complex with finasteride with the code 7BW1 was extracted from the protein data bank by the X-ray diffraction method. Based on the molecular structure of finasteride forming an dot with NADPH, 20 molecules were designed to which structural modifications were made by classical bioisosterism in the endobutyl 1-carboxamide region of the drug in question, and a database was created that includes each of these molecules. These were built and visualized using the Gauss View program and then geometrically optimized using the PM6 semi-empirical method with the Gaussian 16 program. In the process of preparing for the protein for molecular docking, amino acid residues were initially added to the enzyme using the Charmweb web platform. Hydrogens were then added using the no-bonded odor method in Autodock, and non-polar hydrogens were removed in order to add the Coleman charges. The native ligand was prepared in the same way, but adding the gas tiger charges and optimizing using PM6 method. Next, the docking protocol was validated using the Autodock Bina program, and then the molecular docking was carried out using the same program. The three analogues with the best binding energy were subjected to molecular dynamic simulations using the GRAMACS program, where the RMSD and RMSF parameters were calculated for each of them. Subsequently, the binding free energies were calculated using the MMG-BSI method. And finally, the ADME properties of these free molecules were predicted using the Swiss ADME server. For the validation of the docking protocol, it is shown in Figure 2 that the redox pose in magenta color adopts a conformation very similar to that presented by the native ligand in the co-crystallized complex in sky blue color. This is demonstrated by the RMSD value, which is 1.26 Armstrong, and it also reproduces the hydrogen bond and hydrophobic interactions important in the stabilization of the molecule and the formation of the dot for its inhibitory effect, explained by the affinity favor of 21.6 kilocalories per mole. Regarding the molecular docking, the molecules with the best binding energy resulting from the molecular docking were compound 9, 2, and 14 respectively, and their values are shown in Table 1. These results allow us to infer that the constructed complexes maintain the hydrogen bond, solid bridge, and hydrophobic interactions with the amino acid residues of the binding site. These free molecules were taken to 192nd molecular dynamic simulations. The compounds 2, 9, and 14 are shown in Figure 3 with their respective colors. In the RMSD graph, it can be observed that these compounds stabilize the enzyme in black color when they are interacting with it, decreasing the fluctuation of the backbone atoms during the simulation and adopting a behavior similar to the native ligand without significant variations throughout the simulation. The compounds 2, 9, and 14 are the similar behavior in the RMSF, which the analogues compounds present the same flexibility in the amino acid residues of the native ligand, decreasing this variability of movement in several ranges of residues which are present in the enzymes alone, since these bonds are of the beta type. These results allowed us to infer that the free molecules do not present significant conformational changes during the simulation time studied. The values of the mmG-BSI energy calculations in the table 2 show that interaction of the design molecules with the enzyme is thermodynamically stable, with electrostatic interactions predominating. Hydrophobic interactions are also present to a lesser extent, which interact largely with the native ligand and with the molecules constructed to stabilize them and are consistent with the results of molecular docking. As for the ADME properties, the free molecules comply with the Lipinski and drug-likeness rules and are also moderately soluble and have a high gastrointestinal absorption like finasteride. In conclusion, the compounds maintain the same interactions of the native ligand, which is corroborated by the molecular docking binding energy values and the mmGBSI binding free energy calculations. And the RMSD and RMSF analysis allow to infer that the design compounds are stable during the simulation with insignificant fluctuations. And the compounds present good ADME properties without drug likeness and Lipinski violations.